One thing I find that is often overlooked in Skyrim is hunting. While it is quite prevalent with all the hunters around Whiterun and Falkreath, and it's really easy to roleplay as a hunter, there's not a lot of activities other than hunt animals, cook some food, and find different ways to live outside in the wilderness. Granted, Skyrim is more designed as an action RPG for your player character to save the world, fight different types of enemies, explore dungeons, and become leader of certain factions. But when it comes to hunting, especially almost 10 years after Skyrim's release, the role-playing aspect is quite simplistic and can lead to very short playthroughs. Well, at least from my experience, since I just prefer to go into enemy territory and wreck shit up. Yeah, sorry about that. Got a little carried away due to an important discussion topic from another community. Anyway, as I was saying, hunting in Skyrim does lack some engaging content. However, in this video we'll be looking at a number of mods that will enhance your experience as a hunter in Skyrim, which are filled with lots of activities and are perfectly suited for roleplaying. We'll start off with likely the most popular hunting mod, Hunterborn. This mod revamps the hunting system by making it more realistic and interesting when it comes to hunting animals. After bringing down an animal, a menu screen will appear asking you to begin the scavenger progress. Selecting field dress, you can decide what to take from the animal, ranging from pelts, ingredients, and raw meats. Depending on your skill as a hunter, the quality of the items and the time spent recovering them matter. As the higher level you are, the better materials you get, along with less time spent harvesting the animal. Pretty much any animal can be harvested, including spiders, trolls, and dragons with the Monster Hunter feature. Along with looting animals, you have a forge system that collects ingredients from the surrounding area, primitive cooking that lets you use any fire source for cooking raw food, and Scrimshaw for crafting weapons, armors, and other materials from the bones harvested. In fact, the mod Scrimshaw expansion is highly recommended to be installed with Hunterborn, since it unlocks more items to make use of the animal and materials, especially the bones. However, when it comes to its armor weapons, they're more designed for shamans, druids, witch doctors, and heavy armor warriors. Another highly popular mod is Campfire. As a hunter, you'll be spending a majority of time in the wilderness, so camping at night will play a huge role. Campfire is a complete camping system, and like Hunterborn, it's designed to be more immersive and interesting experience as a hunter. The mod allows you to build your own campfire, create or buy your own camping equipment, and search for resources pertaining to the mod's features. Like Hunterborn, you can advance your skills when using the mod systems, though in this case a perk system will activate after building the campfire. In order to obtain experience points, you need to build and sleep in your tent while the campfire is active. There are also a few add-ons that I find are essential to include with the mod. Tentapalooza expands on campfire tents that features more of a player theme, as well as plenty of additional features. Not only are there tents for factions, witches, and vampires, it also includes tents for followers, pets, shrines, and even holiday decorations. Another add-on is a more recent mod called Skills of the Wild. This mod expands on the perk system from Campfire to include 4 other survival skills: Knower of the Land, Art of the Hunt, Culinary Arts, and Beast Handler. Like Campfire, performing actions related to the skills will give you experience points, which is well suited for roleplaying. Of course, when it comes to mods that bring realism into Skyrim, especially outdoors, having a survival mod is always highly recommended. Although I should mention that I never used any survival or needs mod before making this video, and since there are quite a bit on Nexus, I decided to go with what I think are 3 of the most popular ones. However, there are some recommended ones in the description that are also worth mentioning, so you can also take a look at those as well. iNeed introduces a time scale where it requires you to eat, drink, and sleep all within a certain day, and does so in a logical manner. For example, you only have to eat 2 to 3 times a day, but the amount will increase if you're involved in combat. Another example is eating salted foods like bread will cause you to become thirstier, requiring you to drink more water. Other additions include shrine blessings no longer curing diseases, and drinking too much alcohol will result in dizziness. Of course, without following the guidelines, you'll become weaker, move slower, and suffer through other penalties. Go without a few days without taking care of yourself and... well, you get the idea. Realistic Needs and Diseases is another needs mod focused on maintaining the player's health. Like iNeed, you want to make sure you're fully fed. If not, will also acquire penalties forcing you to become ineffective in combat. Compared to iNeed, however, is that your needs for hunger, thirst, sleep, and body weight are separated into 5 stages where you can access it through the check needs power. Other additions include food spoilage after eating raw meat, diseases that get worse over time, and modified recipes. However, its MCM menu is quite customizable, so you can make it managing the mod system as difficult as it gets or more convenient. Lastly, there's Frostfall, a survival mod that adds the cold, harsh elements of Skyrim for a truly immersive experience. Cold weather is something you have to consider when traveling, and it all depends on the clothes you're wearing, current weather, location, time of day, and other factors. As you get colder, you will have negative effects applied to your character, like blurry vision and slower movement speed. Like Campfire, which are both from the same mod author, you have access to a perk system after building a fire to help you handle the cold. Although this mod may be tedious because of the time spent to keep your character warm, you can customize it to fit your liking in the MCM menu. Or you can make it more hardcore, like disabling fast travel, hiding the interface, dying from staying too long in the cold, and much more. With the bow being the main weapon of a hunter, I decided to go with a model that can be used for a full playthrough without the need of smithing skills. The Huntsman is a unique type of bow that can be upgraded when acquiring kits that not only changes its stats but also changes its appearance for each kit acquired. The bow can be found at the end of Bleak Falls Barrel, and you'll have to find the upgrade kits in certain areas, but all within cities and villages. You can also purchase paintballs from merchants that customizes the appearance of the bow. For armors, while the ones shown aren't exactly new or of the highest quality, I feel by design they best represent hunting in Skyrim by not being too fancy and keeping that rugged look of a hunter. The Nordic Ranger, zzjay's wardrobe, and a couple of sets from Immersive Armors all fit that hunting aesthetic without being over the top in its design. While hunters prefer to hunt by themselves, some may prefer to have a companion at their side to keep them company, as well as helping them hunt for animals. Of course, when it comes to animals, dogs in particular, none are more popular than Meeko, who would love to join with you after the passing of his former master. Meeko Reborn is a mod that improves the AI of Meeko, making him more reliable in combat by being essential and also better at sneaking. At Meeko's shack, you will find a warhorn where you can summon him and ask him to be a follower. There's also different versions that you can choose to install, giving Meeko a more unique appearance. There's also True Meeko, which is the same in improving his AI, but uses different textures for altering his appearance. Lastly, there's Roleplay, and if there's one major missing faction in Skyrim, it had to be a Hunter's Guild, especially with all the prevailing hunting activity. Hunting in Skyrim has 2 Hunters Guilds, one in Falkreath and in the Rift, that automatically show up on the map. In both guilds, there are new NPCs that act as merchants and perform daily activities to give the guild a more lively feel. To start the mod, you enable the Path to the Woodsman power, which after activating gives you a short backstory to your character. You're also shown a number of custom skills that can be leveled up when performing certain hunting activities, like hunting animals, skinning their fur, and discovering new locations. The mod also features a realistic skinning system similar to Hunterborn, only it actually removes the fur from the animal. In fact, you can actually use this feature with Hunterborn by turning off its settings and enabling its skin textures in the Hunterborn menu. Other features this mod has are fishing, portable arrow crafting, portable alchemy, and some new animal dens to explore. While the mod is still considered unfinished, it's still one of the better hunting mods out there and is perfect for role-playing. That's all for today. Be sure to check out the description for other hunting mods that are also recommended, since there are quite a bit in this category. This was also part of a series I've been planning where I cover mods suited towards character classes and builds, which began with the Necromancer video. So in the future, I'll be looking at mods catered towards paladins, nightblades, witch hunters, and so forth. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.